Hey everybody, it's Zach, and today I am going to talk about the Bachelorette, question mark, because I have literally never felt compelled to watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. I used to live for like Flavor of Love, The Rock of Love Bus, those kinds of things that happened on VH1 because it was just the level of trashy I needed it. But I've never felt compelled to watch The Bachelorette or The Bachelor. Needless to say, today I watched it. I watched it on the Tuesday instead of Bachelorette Monday. And I did that for two reasons. One, this is the first season that the person that the show is around is a person of color. And so I'm here for that. And then two, I kind of just felt like I needed to do it in honor of a coworker of mine. She loves The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, blah, 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 blah. And today was her last day at work, so I just kind of felt like so I could stay connected with her, I needed to watch this. So, I did it. And wow, I got a lot of questions, a lot of thoughts, and I'm just gonna put it all out there for you. So let's start with Rachel. She's beautiful. She's clearly very educated. Great catch. I have a lot of questions about why she's even on this show. Like, girl, you really need this trashy show to find love? No, I'm not convinced. But she looked spectacular in that gown, and then when she brought out the fur, yes ma'am. Oh, the only other thing, like, ooh, girl, if you are like the suitor, like the one that everybody's vying for, why at the end of it all are you hoping a man proposes to you? Like, flip these gender roles upside down and just, how about you just ask? Like, I don't know, I'm sure every single Bachelorette has always, like, waited for some man to propose, but girl, I think you're better than that. So, let's get into the guys, and there were a lot of them, and honestly, some of them were boring AF, and, like, she gave some of them roses, and I'm like, we didn't even learn anything about them. Like, what are we supposed to do? But I know, editing, the world of editing, reality television, whatever. So I'm just gonna go in order of appearance, and or when I first learned their name, because some of them I'm like, I don't know what your name is. So Kenny, the professional wrestler, yes, Kenny can wrestle me anytime he wants, and he's a daddy, hey. But no, like, he seems like a solid guy. He's got these dance moves. I'm here for it. He seems like genuine. He seems like he's there for the right reason. So, Kenny, you can get it. The next guy, at first I didn't know his name. I was just like, oh, he's a boring lawyer guy from Texas, Jan. He had some sob story about his mom, Jan. But then I noticed whenever he, like, first actually introduced himself to Rachel, they showed him as Jack Stone, where everybody else just got one name. And I'm like, there's something about that. Something about that. Alex was like the nerdy guy that was with his family, but is like also a gym bro. And then he like kept bringing the vacuum around. Like, girl, what? I don't know. He's a cutie cake, but I have a lot of questions. Mohit, yes, come through. He Bollywood dancer, yes, I'm here for it. But I was a little sad that he was drunk and, like, didn't do a good job of, like, getting to know her. And then the saddest part was whenever she was giving out the first impression rose, and he was just, like, in the background looking. Mohit, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I know things didn't work out with Rachel. If you ever are interested, just come find me. The next guy that showed up on the screen was boom! Lucas. Oh my god. So cringy the whole time. So cringy. But, like, you knew he wasn't going anywhere, right? Like, he is, like, the most ridiculous person, and they're at least gonna keep him around to get some people fired up at least one more episode. And and everybody's face when he didn't get the rose. Oh my god, I died. I died. Like, y'all were fools if you thought that they weren't gonna keep Lucas around. You know Rachel don't have any interest. You know she don't, but the producers do. You gotta bring that entertainment. Blake E, which was one of the first guys that we had already been introduced to, which I don't understand why she met some of them at the, like, after the last rose whatever show. I don't really know how this works, but why did she meet them already and why? I don't know. He was too much for me. He was cringy. Talking about his libido being scientifically, like, higher, and women talking about the amazingness of his... Yeah, girl, what are you compensating for? I have a lot of questions. But he brought in a full marching band. Like, how... It's obviously a little bit rigged. Like, some of those guys probably were not given the option to bring a full-on marching band. But I'm not mad about that. So it's whatever. You know, I'm on the fence about him. I do think he's cute, but, like, the weird compensating for his sexual prowess was too much for me. There were a lot of fine men from Chicago, and I'm just like, where are you at? The first being Diggy, and I'm here for Diggy, and I hope that he goes all the way with Rachel. He's like one of them that I'm cheering for, because he's a cutie cake. He's clearly well dressed. I just was a big fan. He's from Chicago. I'm rooting for you, Diggy. Josiah was another person that I was here for, except that he was a little too cocky and overconfident. But, you know, I think, like, to some extent that you have to probably be like that in that environment. I don't know. He was a little bit too much with, like, the lawyer things. And let's also be clear, they had a lot of terrible, like, fake reenactments of lawyer scenes on this show tonight. Like, too much. Clearly fake, awful. But he took it all next level with, like, the lawyer puns and the see you later litigator. Too much. And he also has a sob story. I'm sure that's gonna come up again at some point. He has, like, multiple sob stories. So, you know, I don't know. But I do think he's gonna go far. I see at least a little bit, somewhat of a connection. I don't know. I think it could be good. Peter, oh my gosh, before he even brought up the gap tooth, I was like, oh, he's a cutie cake. Like, they even got the same kind of, like, gap in their teeth. But yeah, I think he's funny. I think he could be a good fit for Rachel. I'm here for it. He's a cutie cake. Retweet, cosign. Yes. Brian, oh my god. Not only did he get Rachel's first impression rose, but I think he got mine. Wow. I mean, wow. Wow. Yeah, he was just so smooth. Like, it was so natural the way he, like, interacted with her. And then he, like, confidently went in for that kiss, and she was clearly there for all of it. So, you know, Brian is also my front runner right now. That Rob guy looked like somebody's dirty uncle. He also, I think, brought her a Magic the Gathering card, and that's so romantic. Then there's just, like, a slew of boring people that I don't remember much about, like Bryce, who, well, fine, but who? Kyle, I don't know. Blake K, actually, I do remember. Because, you know, the show did a much better job in general of casting, like, black men for the show, but there were two men of color, well, no, there are a few men of color outside of, like, the ones that were black, and Blake was one of them, and I thought he was a cutie. He didn't get a rose, but my condolences are here, although we didn't really learn much about his personality, but looks-wise, he could get it. Brady seemed like a creepy old man. He did that like lame break the ice joke. Heard it, been there, done that. Next. Dean was, listen. Apparently, I'm guessing maybe there was some like controversy over his comment from the After the Final Rose show, whatever. About like, he wants to go black and never go back. Bye. Take your fetishizing a black woman somewhere else, because I don't have time. And that's really all I have to say about him. Also though, how did they just have like a sandbox ready for him to go? Like, is that something they usually just casually have waiting around? Like, I don't understand as a first-time watcher. Eric, I don't remember him. I have his name written down here and some things written by his name, but I don't remember. DeMario was one of those other people that was on the like Rose whatever, and he had the tickets, which, you know, I think he seems very confident. He's also very attractive. He kept saying the #1 seed like comment, and I know that's like some sports reference, but like, do people who watch this really know that? Fred, listen, lots of questions about that stunt casting that they did. They clearly knew that he knew her and brought him to be awkward, and I'm guessing we're gonna learn more about that as it goes on. But that was a lot, and I have a lot of questions about like this camp counselor relationship. Weird. Jonathan, my first thoughts about Jonathan, if you don't remember who he is, he's the tickle monster. He literally had that subtitled. My first thought about him is he's part of the family, and by part of the family, I mean, I think he's somewhere in the LGBTQ community. But the tickling has got to go. That was so weird. As somebody who doesn't like to be touched by even people that I know like fairly well, meeting somebody for the first time and they tickled me, no, next. If this was the next bus, next. Lee, I was over, I Don't Need Your Country singing. I was very, very uncomfortable with that intense, like, hard part that he had in his hair. Nah, go away. I'm not here for it. Milton, you know, I was just like, he had a bad suit on. I didn't really know much about him, and then next thing I know, he's like, didn't get a rose, and he's like literally in tears talking about how he had so many great outfits to wear and he was clearly the best dressed there. Bye. Your suit was awful. Your suit was awful. Take a seat. Keep crying somewhere else. Adam, and more importantly Adam Jr., I was shook. The way that they did confessionals for Adam Jr. and like kept posing Adam Jr. like around, slay me dead. I was dead. And listen, if things don't work out for Adam Jr., I see a great crossover with RuPaul's Drag Race and Lil Pound Cake. Matt, he was in the penguin outfit. I don't know, he said Rachel made him feel dignified, which is a really weird feeling or adjective to use, I think, in this situation. I didn't have a lot of feelings otherwise. Grant, don't remember a lot about him. He just came in an ambulance. Anthony was another fine man from Chicago. Jamie, boring. I believe he got a rose. Jedediah, not sure if he got a rose, but like the weird biblical references were too much for me. And then Michael, yes, fine man from Chicago once again. But my first question is like, why did all of these men talk like Nick and about the season that Nick was in, like they watched the show? Like, I'm gay AF and I've never watched The Bachelor, so you really trying to tell me you watched The Bachelor? I doubt it. So, I don't know. I feel like I just covered a lot, but I have, like, what did I just watch? Like, ugh. So, I don't know. Do you all watch The Bachelorette, Bachelor, the whole franchise? Would you be interested in me doing more reviews and thoughts of these things? Obviously, I'll be able to cover more in the future because I won't be doing a review of each man and we'll just be talking about what happened on the show. But dang, that was a lot for the first episode. A lot. Let me know down below if you want me to keep doing these videos. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all of that thing. all of that thing, all of those things. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!